The Federal Reserve just releasing their minutes from the late January meeting, shedding light on how the central bank officials considered their approach to interest rates last month, which they, by the way, held steady despite the growing coronavirus outbreak. I want to bring in former Dallas Fed advisor Danielle DiMartino Booth. Of course, since then, Danielle, Jay Powell was grilled on Capitol Hill by both the House and the Senate. But we always want to see what everyone else is thinking about. You've had some very strong opinions about the Fed. You were very worried. For you, there's a lot of red flags out there.
Well, I think that the minutes communicating that they hope to step back from growing their balance sheet by April I think it's naive on policymakers' parts. Right now, markets are in such a way, they're so frothy right now that they're saying, Fed, I double dog dare you. I double dog dare. Just try and turn the spigot off even a little bit and see how we react. You take the coronavirus and being bigger than what we thought it was going to initially be. Now we're not hearing transitory. Now we're not hearing V-shaped. And the markets are celebrating it because they're like, bring on the rate cut. And that's what's coming in, and that's what markets are pricing in.
And it's not just Wall Street per se. Like on Friday, the University of Michigan, investors in that survey, the second highest level ever, thinking that the market's going to continue to go up
for the next 12 months.
They see low inflation, they see low interest rates. Powell pays attention to that. I know, sometimes it's the tail wagging the dog because he understands. I mean, if he interrupts in the anticipation of the consumer that their wealth is going to be disrupted, then that disrupts all of their work. I mean, they're between the proverbial rock and hard place.
They are. And it's a place they've put themselves, by the way. I mean, did they have to do $60 billion a month in bill purchases? Could they have started a little bit smaller? Did they have to blow and go with $100 billion a month, the most aggressive, not quantitative easing, whatever they're calling it, in the history of the Fed? Or could he have baby stepped it out? I mean, these are questions that have to be pondered. But again, if you listen to Gary and people like him, every single time there's the littlest leak into the markets that the Fed is about to do something, they're about to embark upon X, Y, or Z, whether it be repo or a rate cut or blowing up the balance sheet. Markets go vertical.
Was it Friday or Thursday, where there was a report that they were going to lower the repo, which, by the way, started out as a one-day intervention. Then it was a two-day intervention.
Emergency measure.
An emergency measure. And just last week, just the idea that they would take back a little bit, had some folks looking for the exit. So it's
just, where is my pacifier? And the Fed has conditioned investors to expect there to be more.
In the meantime, because of the coronavirus, you've got the PBOC, the People's Bank of China, coming up with all kinds of ways to create money. They're going to bail out their airlines over there. Over in Europe,
they've got cash for clunkers going on in China.
Yeah,
they're going to give people
all this stuff.
They're going to give people money to buy cars.
Germany's on the cusp of a recession. Japan is in a recession. So you're going to have these central banks around the world priming the pump. And of course, President Trump's going to be looking at Powell saying, "What's up with you, my man?"
That's exactly right. Look, I don't want to say the entire Canadian yield curve is inverted, but we've talked enough about inversions over the last year. That's a pretty bold statement. Mexico's in full-blown recession as well. These are our other two closest trading partners, and that's really close to home. And they're all about to take a body blow to the auto supply supply chain.
Right.
So this is. I think that Powell will be prompted to cut rates, and I don't think it's going to be in 3 to 6 months, like Kashkari said. I think we could see something as soon as June.
Well, Wall Street's banking on it.
Yes, it is.
All right. And you'll have another red flag.
Yes, I will.
Danielle DiMartino Booth, great seeing you.